Welcome to Rock Run House. In this video, you'll see us harvesting the last of the garden before the brutal fall frost came this week. So we had a few peppers and flowers and some herbs that we gathered in, and my son gave me a hand there. You saw him in that first shot. So I was very appreciative. I took some of these flowers and made the last of the arrangements, and then I took a couple of buckets and added some fall leaves for a sort of transition from summer to fall arrangement for the front door. So very simple, but a nice way to say goodbye to summer, welcome the next season. In one of our previous videos, we shared our library, and just off of it is the room we call the schoolroom, where we homeschool our 3 kids. It's a beautiful room with the light coming in from the east in the morning, and then it's south facing. The back windows are south facing all day long. So it's a great room in which to study and to read and to learn. Although if you ask my kids, I'm sure they don't necessarily think of it as the place they want to be all the time. But I personally love to hang out in there and spend our school hours in this particular part of the house. We lived for a very long time on the coast of Massachusetts, just north of Boston. And a friend, when we left, gave me that very cool vintage souvenir postcard set of Gloucester. And I went with another friend to Rome, and she was raised there. And so I love these vintage photographs of Rome that I have in the schoolroom as sort of a reminder of that trip, and also a great cue for education and hopefully a motivation. Many of the other things we have here are just items I've collected over the years, really cool historical pieces or something to do with nature. We picked up a lot of sea glass and a lot of shells and that sort of thing when we lived on the coast. So I have remnants of those years that I keep in the schoolroom as a great reminder of that part of our lives. This basket in the fireplace alcove holds memories from our time living by the ocean, as well as glass floats that I bought actually from Alaska. So they aren't on the eastern seaboard, but are found for much further north, but they're still really beautiful. A lot of sea glass we collected, as I mentioned before, and then just some other natural elements. A duck, a stuffed duck, which maybe is not everybody's cup of tea. Here's a thing I have a weakness for, weird little crafty things. This was from the 70s. Somebody had decoupaged a little gift, probably for their teacher. And I will probably feel guilty ever getting rid of this pencil holder, so I guess it will live with me forever, which is something that I probably should think about when I go to buy vintage pieces. And here you can see the doorway to the library, which is what we featured in our last home tour. So we look forward to taking you room by room, or maybe grouping a couple of rooms together, but just giving you a little time to look over each room in these short videos. Here's our cabinet of curiosities. I've had this vintage cabinet for a very, very long time, and it's just filled with a hodgepodge of things we picked up along the way, including, I think, an old snakeskin and some other items that kids tend to find as they wander around. So that's been a real highlight. There's a horseshoe crab that we found, a crab shell. And here's a bottle of paint that we found in the barn when we first moved here. Not exactly a natural wonder, but we still wanted to include it in the shelf of things we don't want to lose track of. One of the best elements of having our school day take place in this room is the windows. There are 3 of them, and as I mentioned, they are east and south facing, so light streams in all day long. So that's a great aspect of this room. And of course, because it's a schoolroom, you have to have the requisite pictures of Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. I think these portraits probably hung in every schoolroom across the entire United States. I don't know if they still do, but these obviously are old, and I think if you're on the hunt for a picture of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln for your own schoolroom or your own schoolroom-esque house, then you're going to be in luck because there's a lot of them out there. Thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy the last few glimpses of our schoolroom, and we look forward to seeing you for the next house tour at Rock Run House.